Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine.
And Jennifer.
And although we are live and in person this morning, there are lots of tools that we are now using that help us supplement our live and in person content with content created by artificial intelligence.
Absolutely. I mean, anybody that's not, I don't know, admitting that they're using AI tools is either A, too afraid to try them, or B, too afraid to tell anybody that they are.
Now, I'm going to tell you there's a great story that just broke recently about Sports Illustrated kind of getting caught. There
Oh,
were articles that were published, not only published by AI, but the writer itself, the person was made up. Was it also AI? Now,
mm,
they said, well, we hired this other company, we didn't know, blah, blah, blah. Shame on them for not really knowing what was going on. But also, as I was looking at the content and I was reading about it, what I saw was that when you use AI for the original piece of content, it's generic,
oh yeah.
it's boring,
Yep.
and it's not really, it doesn't really answer any question. And so I'm going to say, if you want to use AI, you still have to create the original piece of content and then let the robots go crazy.
That is an excellent way to think. I actually just did that process. I recently wrote a blog on something and I wrote the blog myself. And then I used ChatGPT to help me see what did I miss that other people are writing about on that topic.
Oh, that's a great idea. Asking it again for
Did I fully cover the subject? Where am I missing? Can you scan the internet? That's the prompt basically to use. And so you wrote it yourself and it's in your own voice, but you
Mhm.
want to hear what other people are saying, and then you can go back and add to that and add your thoughts to it. So it is still personalized and you wrote it, but you're using it as a tool to assist in your creativity.
So as you're using tools, are you using ChatGPT? Have you played with Google Bard at all?
I haven't. I've played with Google Bard. Have I used it that much? No, not really. I guess I'm into ChatGPT, and there's been so much there. I probably should. But the honest truth is no. I've gotten what I've needed from ChatGPT, and so that might be the negative to that, but the story is though that a lot of ChatGPT was actually built on what Bard has.
Mhm. Well, it was interesting, and I haven't done a lot of experimenting yet, so this is not an across the board. But one of the things that I use AI for is I take the transcripts of my podcasts and I load it, and I have the same question. So I always, I just copy and paste my prompt.
Yeah.
Summarize this transcript in 3 paragraphs, write it in first person from the perspective of Lorraine Ball, because the speakers are listed, in the transcript from my perspective, in a casual informational tone. And I gave the same prompt to both ChatGPT and Bard. And I
Interesting.
compared the results, and on the few that I have done so far,
Hmm.
I liked Bard better.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I guess I know what I'm going to be doing this afternoon.
And again, it may just have been that 1 or 2 examples, but
Yeah.
I really liked that. I thought the language felt a little bit more like me. It wasn't quite as cheesy, because
Interesting.
ChatGPT, when you ask it
Oh
to
gosh.
write things, if you ask it to do social media prompts, you have to say, "And no emojis."
Yeah.
You know
Or it likes to use additional adjectives that are not necessary, or in this ever evolving changing world. I feel like it always starts with something like that and it's like
Mhm.
stop.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
what's good for that though are GPTs. I don't know if you have explored those yet, but GPTs came out a couple weeks ago with ChatGPT, where you can build AI bots that are trained in maybe a certain area or a certain aspect, and it builds on top of each other rather than in ChatGPT. You're kind of just going, in the same thing. Now you can go back and be like, okay, how I told you that before. It's remembering that.
Yes. Yeah, that you definitely you can coach it and go, okay, so rewrite this answer, keep this in mind, keep this in mind. Uh, but there's a lot of other tools out there. One that I just stumbled on yesterday and is not really necessarily good for me, but I think is fascinating. It's called Bash. And
Okay.
it's really basically if you're doing research for an article or if you're a student for a paper and you're collecting information from all sorts of places, you can put in links to web pages, random thoughts, articles you found, snippets of content, and then you can ask it to summarize. In other words, instead of using the World Wide Web,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
using information you've already vetted
Yeah.
to create your content. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
I haven't quite used, supposedly ChatGPT does that too. I haven't quite used it for that source, but I was thinking about it this morning with summarizing books. Like,
yeah.
the quick download. I know there's a app called Headway, and I think they probably are working off of that, where they are just summarizing books and you can quickly kind of learn, the concept. I've been using Clap, KLAP app, and it takes long form videos and shortens them into short clips to make reels and TikToks and what have you. And it pulls from YouTube. So I found that very helpful and authentic. Now we're mixing it in with some, completely edited videos. And so I love that tool. It makes things a lot easier.
That's something I'm seeing emerging on a lot of the platforms. StreamYard now has an AI tool.
Oh,
Zencaster is offering an AI tool.
yeah.
That's becoming the
Mainstream.
it's becoming mainstream, but it's coming at a premium. So that's one of the things that I think you have to look at is, well, I can pay X amount of dollars, and I don't know what Clap is a month, or I can pay X amount to increase what I'm spending on a tool I'm already using. But across the board, video snippets, using AI to create video snippets is definitely becoming a thing.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're going to see that a lot, where a lot of things that maybe another app is doing, yeah, you're going to see it kind of go into existing tools. They're going to have to in order to, it's how quickly can they do it before somebody else kind of takes that, away, is
Yes,
what I think of.
absolutely. I'm still creating a lot of my own, 30-second videos. I've definitely learned from some of the AI, watching what the AI does in terms of, okay, that's how they're grabbing that. That's where they're kind of snipping it and getting better at that. I still like doing my own only because I have so much more control. And you know me, I'm a control freak. But I will tell you that, if I can do it in a few minutes, great. If I'm spending 30 minutes on a 30-second video, it's not worth it anymore because I need too many of them. It, if I needed one, I could spend 30 minutes. If I
Yeah.
need 10, I ain't got 30 minutes.
Right, right. That's where the rub comes. I mean, that's a whole topic in social media. It's like organic social media is not what it once was. It takes a lot more time to create the
Mhm.
content that you need for it.
It does, and I'm going to tell you, it was funny. I was stumbling through my feed and I found a post from someone on Instagram that I had seen before, and it just really refreshed my memory. Very few people in your audience remember what you shared 2 months ago.
Well, I think with that topic, we should probably put a pin in it.
But I think we should come back to that topic soon.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye now.